Okay, ladies, I have a question for you. Do you trust your dad to be able to pick the perfect date for you out of a lineup of 20 guys? That's the video that we're going to be reacting to today. It was posted by Jubilee, and it's a girl and her father swiping left and right on 20 different guys, and her dad is the final decision maker. That's what we're going to be watching. Before we get into that, we do have Taylor in Nashville.
Hey, and I guess if you're a fellow watching this, you can ask yourself, do you think that you could pass the dad test? And do you think you could beat out 20 other dudes to have the dad choose you to date his daughter as opposed to everyone else?
Yeah, and I honestly think this is a perfect situation. I like the idea of a man being like the arbiter of who gets in and who gets out, because as your dad, he already loves you and he hopefully understands you and knows who you are as a person. And then two, he understands the male brain, so he can sort of see through some of the BS that men might put forward. He probably knows what a good match is. So if you have a good relationship with your father, this might be the way to go when it comes to first dates. Now, without further ado, we are going to get into this video. Let's watch.
I'm Sage. I'm a senior at a small university in San Diego studying international relations. And
I always have the speed too high on these. Sorry, guys. Okay.
Dad is with me here today.
Clyde Tabor. I lead a faith-based nonprofit.
Sage and Clyde.
Looking forward today.
Personality, desires, interests, substance, etc.
Height. Maybe.
Okay.
I'm 5'10", so.
Probably. I am an includer, so the idea of excluding people based on appearance is not natural.
Aw, Clyde seems like a stand-up guy. He's like, we're not gonna let this 6 foot, 6 figure, 6-pack mentality enter this space right now. I'm really gonna try to find the right guy based on personality and values, and hopefully a little bit of looks, a little attraction.
Yeah, I like how he included the word substance, because when it comes down to it, that's really more important than the other elements, even personality, and definitely your outward appearance. And I like that he's honing in on substance, but also lamenting the fact that he has to make judgments just on physical appearance. So he should do pretty well. Let's see.
Yeah, that might be the hard part as a dad, like having to judge a guy based on his looks and figure out what your daughter wants in that respect. Unless you guys have open conversations about that. I venture to say that there are plenty of father-daughter relationships where they're pretty open about, you know, types, and hopefully he's aware of that. Okay, so I'm gonna swipe left or right on 20 potential matches. She also secretly swiped on them, so we're gonna see how good his radar is for his daughter. Okay.
Can I give you a hug? That's a left.
Oh no!
Can I give you a hug?
So far, so good.
It's a height thing.
I love how Clyde is giving him hugs. He's like, I know I'm about to reject you in this process right now, but I at least want to make it maybe pleasant.
Soften the blow a little bit.
Yeah.
He's an includer, he said, so he's got to be nice about it.
Yeah, that's very nice. Points to him for that.
Can I give you a hug?
Sure. Absolutely.
Oh no.
What's this one? Can't say anything.
You're in, bro.
Nice.
All right, you're in.
You're in.
You're in. You are in. Yeah, yes, you're in. Yep, you're in. All right, you are in, sir. All right, yes, bring it. Bring it in. You were harder? Awkward. Like everybody needs to be named and known and seen and loved, and is like, gosh, kill.
Can we give some appreciation to Clyde real quick? Check out the fit. He's also a fit guy. He's looking good for a dad here. This is like the perfect guy to be making his judgments on, like, appearance wise, your personality, how you stand. This is a stand-up guy so far.
Yeah, I thought I was doing good with my Destin vacation T-shirt, given the dad vibes today, but I should have went with a quarter zip. That's much more dadly and professional.
It's giving class. It's giving class.
Dad is going to be judging you based on your handshake and introduction.
Handshake.
Oh, that was brilliant.
Hello, sir. It's very nice to meet you.
What's your name?
My name's Carter. What's your name?
Carter, I'm Clyde.
You look a lot like Steve Martin.
Wow. Okay, dude.
Oh, a little long.
Okay, sorry. Okay. Wow.
Hello, I'm Justin.
Justin.
I'm Ryan. Nice
Okay,
to meet you.
what's proper handshake form here? If I'm imagining as a guy, like you're gonna meet the dad, you want firm grip, but not like you're trying to dominate the situation, looking straight in the eyes, and an introduction of the name. Is that?
That sounds right to
the
me.
top
Yeah, you don't want to,
three-pointers?
if you don't want to squeeze too hard like you're compensating, you don't want to come in too soft like you're unsure of yourself. So just a nice firm handshake. And yeah, the eye contact is definitely an important element of it. Beyond that, I think it's just being cordial and letting the chips fall where they may, I guess.
I've heard some guys say like the more dominant guy in the situation is gonna have his hand on the top of the handshake. Is that true? Have you heard this? Is this something that is practiced and exercised amongst men?
I think if you think about that critically and are that worried about it, you're probably not the more dominant guy.
Yeah.
Is my view in that.
You're absolutely right about that. Absolutely right. Somebody got checked there. I don't know who, but somebody did.
Ryan, come on over.
Come on over, Ryan.
Al?
How's it going, sir? My name's Will.
Hey, Will, Clyde.
Threw the sir in there. How's it going, sir? That's smart
Good
move.
to meet you.
Nice to meet you. I'm Kate.
Kate,
Nice to meet you.
good to meet you. Go this way.
Hey,
Thailand, like the country.
I love that.
Thank you.
Oh, okay. Dude, can I hug you?
Rufus.
Rufus. Go this way.
My name's Zach. It's nice to meet you.
Zach, go this way.
My name's Nika.
Nico, can I give you a hug?
Please.
You can go.
You give such nice hugs. My name's Melvin. You have a beautiful smile, sir.
Oh, my goodness. Knocking it out.
please. Please. I'd have to be like, can I give you a hug for that? You're trying a little bit too hard.
You're trying too hard there. Also, I just had the thought they gave everyone hand sanitizer before, which you can understand for cleanliness purposes. But wouldn't it give you a little bit of extra information maybe if someone's got like a oily, gross feeling hand or something? You're like, okay, you're out. But now they got a free
Gross.
pass with the hand sanitizer coming in clutch.
I guess so, but I don't know. I think I'll take the hand sanitizer. I don't want to be subjected to somebody's oily hand. I hope not. I hope that's not a problem for you guys out there, and that
We'll
you've
never know now.
We
for
will
these guys.
never know. That's concerning.
Bro, yeah, you can come on in.
I'm Arthur.
Arthur,
Nice meeting you.
can I give you a hug?
Thank you.
You can go.
She really liked
Arthur
that
was
one.
really cute. With his purple shoes and sport accent. Yeah.
Hi, my name's
Gone.
Jether.
Jether?
Yes.
Clyde.
Clyde.
Go to the right.
Hi, my name's Ricky.
Ricky?
Yeah.
Go to the right.
Okay, what's
She
next?
gave
This is
me-
all trivial. I need some substance. I need them to
Right.
like go back and forth. We need to get to the nitty gritty. I need to know their red flags, how they've treated their exes, what other girls would warn about them. We need to get to the heart of the issue here with these guys.
Me some cues like, there's a couple guys in there. And I was trying to think, okay, who are those couple of guys?
My dad knows my type. And I was like, oh, my dad will know. He'll know. And then I was shocked, to say the least.
Nice to meet you again.
Your name again?
Cade.
I'm Ryan.
Ryan.
Zach.
All right, Zach. Tell me about you.
I live in New York. I'm a music business student at Syracuse.
I'm a musician. I am a videographer into film, and I do martial arts.
So I'm currently going to CSUOB, majoring in chemistry.
I'm working toward becoming an EMT, but the long-term goal would be a firefighter. So that's what I would see myself in 5 years.
Okay, Taylor, any of these so far, like if you were the dad, are you like leaning towards career-wise? Is there something that you hear where you're like, absolutely not?
Leaning towards the musicians kind of frighten me a little bit. I'm not gonna lie, but the other guy said he's a videographer, which that's a big market out there. But I'm not gonna like judge a person completely based on their job. But I get it's kind of the nature of the game that you have to whittle it down. So I guess maybe I would be a little more have my red flag up a little bit on the musician career people. No offense, no hate, but I just know it's like harder to earn a living and more in the arts, and that's all I'm saying.
That, funnily enough, that one did not worry me at all. The one, and I have a personal vendetta for some reason against this occupation when it comes to relationships, firefighters. Absolutely not.
Really?
You're getting eliminated. You're getting eliminated if you're a firefighter, just because in the little that I know about firefighters, I think they're pretty up there when it comes to like cheating and messing around on their spouses. Plus, it's a really like, for some, not all of you, if you're watching, if you're firefighters personally offended right now, I apologize to you. But no, I do have a personal vendetta against firefighters when it comes to dating. I feel like they're cheaters.
If you're a wholesome family man and a firefighter, let her Amala know in the chat that she's stereotyping and putting disrespect on your profession and your name.
Hey.
But no, I mean, I'm sure the musicians will be mad at me, which just points out how shallow and like arbitrary this whole part of the game is, and how quickly we are to make judgments based on pretty arbitrary things.
Yeah, 100%. Also, if you want my career list of personal vendettas when it comes to dating, let me know. I'll throw some other ones in there. Pilots.
I'm sure they want it now.
Pilots and flight attendants, absolutely not. Sorry. It's not happening. It's not for the same reason. And I can think of more. I'll get back to you guys on that.
I studied finance and data analytics at University of Maryland. I currently work as a public sector consultant.
Okay, bro, you just said University of Maryland. Just go right.
Sorry, you a TERP? Are you a TERP?
I'm a TERP, bro.
You're a TERP? Oh my God.
No, I don't know why. That was very unplanned. I don't know. That was visceral.
So my name is William. I go to University of Maryland as well.
Ah, nice one.
I do. I'm a
You do not.
I do. TERP.
Which campus?
College Park.
Where do you live?
Dale Hall.
Wow. University of Maryland.
Yo, TERP, where'd you live?
I don't know. That was about me. You kind of called me out, so.
I like to say that I'm kind of good at golf. So if you want to play golf sometime, I've been looking for a partner. So
I suck at golf, but
I can teach you.
Tell me about your family.
My mom's from India. We used to go every year. She's amazing, and I look up to her for a lot of inspiration. And my dad's a doctor. I appreciate my relationship a lot with him now that I'm here.
Tell me something about your past dating life.
I think I've tried not to like throw myself into relationships when like I don't think I've been ready for them. But I think I'm at a point in my life right now where I am ready.
Okay, so why are you on this episode?
I'm on this episode because I'm looking for love, and I'm trying to meet a nice dad. Which I think I did.
I'm looking for love and I'm trying to meet a nice dad. I would have gotten maybe a little bit of red flag from the guy who's like, I wasn't trying to throw myself into relationships when I wasn't ready for them. It's kind of cryptic language, hopefully, he's being, honest about that. But I'm like, okay, what are you doing in the meantime then? What's happening if you're not getting in these relationships? And follow-up question, what makes you think you're ready now? Of course, this could all be cleared up, but there would be, a few little red flags going off in my
Almost out
mind.
here reading between the lines, man. Nothing's getting past you, I guess.
I am. I'm not playing around. I'm not playing around. If I was the dad in this situation, you're not messing with my daughter if you don't have a very clear and concise answer on what you're looking for and why.
I'll be honest, I'm here because, like I said, I just started my businesses, so I feel like I'm just trying to get my face out there as much as possible.
Fair enough.
And, I just love.
He said, I'm here because I just started my own business and I'm trying to get my face out there as much as possible. So you're not interested in my daughter?
Yeah, what the heck?
Yeah.
I mean, he knows he's toast at this point, right? I guess that's this was the moment that he was waiting for this video to just be able to shamelessly self-promote. But did we got like maybe his name? Like, I don't know how people would find him. Just come on, man. His daughter's life, a game? Come on. I guess it is because this whole video is a game, but I digress.
It's like people who go on reality TV, not for the sake of actually like doing whatever experiment they're a part of, but it's because they have like a Pilates course or they're trying to sell you like skincare or something. To that, I say,
oh, tomato, I'm throwing tomatoes.
Okay, next, let's proceed.
I can talk. I like talking.
All right, dude, can I give you a hug?
Of course, man.
Where's my applause button? Clyde caught that immediately. Thank you, Clyde. You're here to promote your business. Get the fuck out of here.
Good job. Good. Can I give you a hug?
Yes.
Watch it. Thank you. All right, bro. Go to the right.
Thank you.
Bro.
Okay, the musician.
Swipe to your right. Swiping your right.
Forgot about these two then.
Go. Thank you. Go to the right.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
All right.
Your dad had a hard time narrowing it down.
I believe it, yeah.
Did I only eliminate one? 2. Oh, I have an idea. I have 2 questions for each guy, the whole group.
Ooh.
Tell me something about your spiritual/faith life, and what's your opinion about the border crisis between Russia and Ukraine?
Whoa. Taylor, are you secretly Clyde?
Possibly. I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't put as much weight in the second one. I guess it would at least inform how much they are aware of current events and give a little bit about where they are in their thinking on global events. But yeah, the first one should be very instructive in their values. And if you are looking for a certain set of values and a certain faith-based partner for your kid, this is a very important question.
Yep, Taylor would be winning this episode if he was president. Obviously, Taylor's married. Love you, Ainsley. I'm just saying. He'd be at the top of the leaderboard, I think, for this one.
Wow. 2 questions. Are we ready? Boom.
I go to the gym a lot, and after the gym, I like just meditating, doing yoga.
Spirituality isn't the biggest part of my life. I think it takes a bit more of a broader spiritual sense, but I think Christianity is the lens through which I make sense of who God is.
So I was raised as a Buddhist, but nowadays at school, almost all of my friends are Christian, so I'd say I'm pretty open-minded.
I grew up Hindu, but I also grew up in a Muslim country, so I've learned a lot about Islam. I've learned a lot about different religions. I think it's important to have that perspective.
For me,
I think they all know that this guy's Christian, so they're all like trying to weave their answers to fit his religious views. To me, you're showing much more strength in just being completely honest and saying, like, this is where I stand on a spirituality and faith, and if it differs, it differs. You don't have to but I have Christian friends, or but the lens through which I make sense of the world is actually Christianity. Guys, just be honest. It's going to come off as, having more character, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, you can try to couch it in being respectful and maybe demonstrate a little bit of knowledge or open-mindedness. But at the end of the day, I think forthrightness is the best approach here.
Yeah, and so far, it seems like maybe one of the guys with the longer blonde hair, he's the one who said I make sense of God through the lens of Christianity. So maybe he's got the strongest foot forward here. I'm not sure.
Yeah, so far, if I'm the dad, I'm like, okay, that's still not quite saying I am a Christian, but I mean, it's closer than anyone else. So maybe he's in pole position right now.
Honestly, I feel like this is something that had they done this in round 1, it probably would have been better, because now you're dropping all these contenders right at the end because you've judged them based on looks and, their handshake and stuff, which is a lesson for dating. Don't just focus on all this superficial stuff in the beginning, because once you get to the hardcore deep stuff at the end, they're going to be dropping like flies.
Right. And this video would have been much more interesting if we knew one of his requirements was going to be Christian guys. Okay, give us 10 Christian guys that he's going to interview and see where the chips fall with that. I think that would have been a lot more deep and interesting. But now it just looks like he's a crotchety old boomer who's like, oh, not Christian, you're out of here.
We'll see. Maybe he's open to them not being religious or having a different faith. We're going to find out.
My whole family's Christian. Everybody's Christian. I'm also a Christian as well.
And question 2, I'm not a big fan of Russia's moves in Ukraine. I think it's mostly about Crimea, right? And just think they should kind of leave them alone. Russia's already big enough.
For Russia, I know they're trying to blow a false flag on Ukraine and try to say people are attacking Russia so they could, attack and invade. And it's just going to cause a huge, problem in Europe.
As far as I remember, Russia is invading Ukraine.
I'm pretty ignorant on the topic, but I would be happy to have you educate me.
Personally, I don't know that much about it. I could learn and should learn more.
I don't know much about it. I don't know enough to comment, and so I don't want to.
Mad respect for the people who say I don't know enough to comment about it, and I'm open to hearing more if that's something that you're interested in, because that's fine. It's a good answer. I'd rather you not pretend to have an answer. 100%.
Not know much about the conflict to make an informed opinion, so I will not answer that question.
I also would not like to talk out of my ass.
Sorry. You're to the right.
No more hugs.
You can go right. To the right. All right, bro, you can go right. All right, you can go right. All right, to the right. Okay.
Okay.
I feel like out of these guys, there's a good match for your daughter.
I do.
Hi, how'd you do?
Oh, did you
Wait, you think it's going to be
inner OCD kind of?
I don't know. I'm trying to think. Okay, so the black guy is the only one who's Christian. So, other than the long-haired blonde, so maybe the long-haired blonde is where I'm leaning towards, because he seemed kind of iffy about the other guy through the other interviews and other portions of the episode. I'm assuming he's going to put faith above all the other things that were discussed. Either that or Melvin, the Asian, because he just had kind of good vibes. He's an attractive guy. He seemed very sweet, knowledgeable, good head on his shoulders. If he's not going to focus on faith, maybe that's the one he's going to choose. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, my money's probably on Blondie, but or the other black guy who said he's Christian. But I think those are the top contenders in my view, and
Okay.
the Asian guy I could see happening too.
Okay, let's find out.
Okay, Dan, I just had so many questions.
Okay.
It's hard. You know, when I think about life, dating, I think my biggest thing about dating is the kind of guy you date is probably the kind of guy you could marry. I'm not saying this is a marriage thing, but the direction you start in is probably the direction you keep going. So you want to date the kind of people that have that potential. I think you...
Love that he just said that. And obviously it's like, if you're a lot of women, I think, out of the gate when they start dating are not dating the best candidates for marriage. And there's a lot of things that sort of are at play: insecurity, the people who are around you, you know, how you're socialized and how you pick. But if you can learn from a really young age as a girl and as a woman that who you date should be candidates for marriage, I think that's such a healthy way and a healthy outlook to have when it comes to entering the dating world. So much of dating now is sold to us as like, just mess around and, you know, date 20 people until you figure out that you're ready for marriage and then start looking for those marriage candidates. But if you're really serious and intentional with who you date right out of the gate, I think you just go about having better results. Imagine like messing around in the dating field and then deciding you want to find a marriage candidate and having to work through that and find out what works and what doesn't work because you've spent all this time just being in these sort of flippant relationships that didn't have much value to them. And that doesn't mean the very first person you date when you're like 16, 17 is the guy that you go on to marry. It's just to say you probably shouldn't fool around with losers and people who you don't see as good candidates for marriage.
Right. If you're dating just to date, at best, it's kind of a waste of time.
Yeah.
And at worst, it could lead to a lot of baggage, trauma, potential abuse, whatever, just different things that are going to affect you psychologically and affect your view of relationships, affect your view of men or women. And it could just not be a good thing. Whereas if you just start from the perspective of, I am looking for a long-term partner, you can be pretty open-minded in that process, but also that makes you ask yourself important questions from the get-go, and it makes you raise the bar for the people that you're choosing to open your heart to. And I think that is nothing but healthy. And I agree with you, Amla, that we're sold that, you know, use your 20s to just have fun and do this and that. And you don't have to, you know, be dating super seriously from the moment you turn 18, but it should always kind of be in the back of your mind that, like, dude, once you get into any kind of commitment level, like if this person's not somebody that you can see yourself with long-term, like what are we really doing here?
Yeah, 100%. And like, yeah, sometimes you don't find good candidates and you want to date anyways because you want companionship, you want affection. I can totally like hear that. And there's room for that in some regard, but it's just better not to waste your time. It does end up becoming something that you just look back and you go, I could have done without that at the end of the day, especially after you find the person that you feel you're meant to be with. And you're like, all the people that came before you, what the hell was I doing? And of course they all, you know, pave the way for the person that you end up with, but sometimes you can skip a few chapters in the book.
Who will like this person? I think you're going to find him handsome.
Okay.
And I think you may have a connection on the faith spiritual level.
Okay.
And there's a surprise, a bonus feature.
Great.
That will
Bonus feature. you may find connection on the faith level. Melvin, the Asian kid, did say, I have a lot of Christian friends. I feel like it's him. I could be totally wrong.
That's the
I don't
surprise?
know. I think, yeah, I don't know what the surprise would be. What's the surprise? It may be because the long-haired guy has like a ton of tattoos and is kind of more like edgy surfer boy rock band type guy. Maybe that's the surprise. I'm not sure.
Surprise is he's black. That's the surprise for this white dad.
Yeah, it could be that too. Who knows?
Wait to tell you the third thing about him.
Oh, this is great. Okay.
Who is it? I always love the reveals in these episodes. Ah!
Yay! What's your name, Jen?
My name is Will.
Well, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Okay, what's the surprise?
I don't know. I'm
You don't
assuming
even
it's
know
because
what
I go to
the
the University of Maryland.
Maryland boy.
Oh, I forgot he also goes to the University of Maryland. This guy's got a lot of points stacked up for himself.
Dad.
But are you from Maryland?
No, my dad grew up in Maryland.
Not like it.
I've road tripped Maryland.
Which part?
Couldn't tell you. I was 12. I ate a lot of crabs.
I can show you around.
Yeah.
There you
Okay,
go.
I'll have to see you next time I'm there. I'll be in New York this summer, sir.
You can take me there.
Okay.
There you go.
Sounds good. Awesome. Well, great to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Can I get your number and Instagram?
Yes. Oh, I put my Instagram in.
Okay.
Definitely a surprise. Because he was shorter than me, but then the Maryland thing made a little more sense, and he does have really beautiful eyes, so we'll see.
I knew it wasn't a match. When you're watching her face, it's like all the guys are walking up. You can tell which ones she was definitely interested in. And maybe she's a little bit more invested in looks than her dad. So like immediately she's saying, he's shorter than me. He mentions the Maryland thing and she's like, yeah, I've been to Maryland, I guess. When I was like 12, I have no, like Maryland, I don't care about Maryland whatsoever.
Yeah, I guess if you're a girl and you're like, my dad literally just picked me a date on the basis of where this guy went to school because it's where my dad went to school. Like that's the most dad thing ever. And I could see it being an eye roll thing if you're the daughter.
But
so
he is the only one who definitively said that he was Christian. So I think that was a big factor in this too. It sucks that she's not all that excited about the choice, but yeah, maybe like values wise and personality wise, he's the right pick for her, but she's just not vibing on a chemistry level with him.
Do you think her dad kind of chose someone that he would like to hang out with?
Probably. It sounded like he was really getting along with everyone.
I just was hanging out with some of the guys, and I'd love to get to know them more because they're all interesting, amazing, creative, and encountering people and learning their stories is just part of the richness of life.
I love my dad. He makes everyone feel very loved.
And will we give Dad's choice a shot?
Yeah, sure. He has my number, so it's up to him.
Actually, he doesn't have your number. He has your Instagram, which is also a major tell. If a guy says, "Can I get your number?" You get your Instagram, and she's like, "Sure, Instagram." She probably doesn't like you. Sorry for all the guys. That's a big thing because if you give somebody social media, they don't actually have a direct link to you. They have the same link that like every other public person who follows them on Instagram has. Now, obviously, it's not always true. I'm sure some girls are like looking through their DMs on Instagram and finding matches or whatever, but it is kind of it's a way to give contact to a guy without creating like a dangerous situation or a bad situation without actually giving him a direct link to you, typically.
I could see that. I guess I never thought of it as like stage, the more outer circle as opposed to like the inner circle if your number. In my mind, if you give the number, they can't Instagram stalk you. And so maybe if you don't want them to like see your social media as much, and then you're just like, okay, I'll just deal with the conversation on the phone. But I don't know how the kids do it these days. I've been out of the dating game for a while, so
all the ladies
about edgy first.
All the ladies will confirm it is essentially a part of girl code. If you are not interested in a guy, you're giving him social media.
Wow.
You're giving him Snapchat and Instagram, something that there is no direct link to you, that he cannot call you, he cannot leave voicemails. There's nothing happening there. Confirm in the comments down below, ladies.
Fellas, did you know that? I'm curious too, because I'm ignorant.
I think a lot of guys do know that. If a girl gives you the Instagram, you're kind of like, damn. It's kind of a sign that maybe you didn't have the best impression on her. Let me know though. Wow. If you didn't know that, I'm sorry to have let you know that if you have been receiving tons of Instagrams.
But he seems like a really nice guy, so we'll see. I'm like super open to meeting and hanging out with anyone. Yeah.
That's actually so cute. No, not the guy he rejected.
What a sport. Oh, way to make it weird.
I'm weird. No, I'm weirded out. I'm weirded out. Oh gosh. I think I have to stop it. I honestly, at the outset of this video, thought it was going to go a little bit better than it ended up going. I thought Clyde was going to be a little bit more tuned in to his daughter's interest, to her type, and to who she would go for. But Sage is a very sweet girl. She's like, yeah, I'm open to meeting anybody. And like, you know, maybe my dad picks somebody because he's Christian and he goes to the University of Maryland. But we're gonna figure this out, and maybe we'll go on a date, you know, here or there.
Is he, here's the thing, is he less likely to break her heart than one of those other guys? Is that a fair question to ask?
I don't get the vibe. There's no indicator that he would be, at least so far. It's shown me no signs that he is going to be any less of a heartbreaker than any other guy would be. We'd have to get more down to like, I'd like to hear about past relationships, what he felt like went wrong in those relationships, how many long-term relationships has he been with, how does he approach dating, does he date with a certain purpose in mind or for a certain reason? Those things would tell me all I need to know, I think, about the heartbreak scale or that risk factor, and we didn't get any of that in this video, unfortunately. But guys, let us know, who would you have picked for Sage? I was gonna go for a Melvin, or maybe the cute guy with the glasses that dad eliminated early on that she seemed to really be fond of. Drop it in the comments down below. Let me know. If you're a parent, do you feel like you'd be capable of choosing the first date for your daughter or son and that would go well? If you're a guy, do you feel like you could rizz the dad up in order to be the first date for his daughter? Let us know down below. And as always, if you like this video, like, subscribe, click the notification bell to be notified every single time I post a video for you guys, which is every single day. And if you disagree with something in this video for some reason, duke it out in the comments down below, but do so respectfully. With that, guys, I will see you next time.